2016 Missouri Valley Conference Game of the Week is brought to you by Aetna. Aetna invests in game-changing programs that make being healthy simpler and more convenient than ever. Get to know us at Aetna.com. By Purina Dog Chow, always crafted in the USA since 1926. By State Farm, we exist to assist. And by Casey's General Store. Casey's, famous for pizza. Welcome back inside a dark Redbird Arena with the home team lineup being announced here in Normal, Illinois. And let's go over the starting lineups for tonight's game. A presentation of Casey's General Store. Casey's, famous for pizza. And Mr. Kaplan Paris Lee leads the charge for Illinois State. He just makes everybody around him better.
That's well put, John. He's the governor out there. He controls tempo. He makes the extra pass, and he gets guys like Akun Purcell those real good opportunities going to the basket.
And Mike Rodriguez has put everybody back in their natural positions. One of the keys to a much better season for SIU this year. And let's check out our keys to the game, made possible by Grinnell Mutual Insurance, where we provide a policy of working together. David?
Well, for Southern Illinois, you got to control the defensive glass because Illinois State has so many good athletes. 1 to 12, I think they have the most athletic team in the league. They get so many second chance points. You got to get a quick start here. For ISU, it's senior night. I've coached in these. You got to control your emotions. You get emotional, all of a sudden you blink, you go, what happened? We lost? And second chance points. If they get to the offensive glass, they will win.
And Barry Hinson is the head coach at SIU. His fourth year there, 61-65 his record. But look at what they've done on the road this season, winning 9 out of 12 games. That's some big wins in the conference against Loyola on the road, and they won the game at home against Illinois State, their first meeting. And on the other side, Dan Muller has put together a very athletic, a very rugged team here at Illinois State. He's in his fourth season, 75-56. He was one of the stars here when he played for the Redbirds, and now he feels like he's confident he's getting the program in line with his type of players the way he wants here.
He was a great defensive player, and he's challenged his guys. Quit settling for threes. I'll give you freedom, but the first thing we want to do is attack inside.
Deontay Hawkins jumping center with Bola Olanyan, and it's Illinois State on the attack as we get started in the Valley. We hope you enjoy it tonight. Hawkins out high, watched by O'Brien. Paris Lee with the turnaround. And the rebound inside for one of the top rebounders in the conference, second in the league to Egidius Miscavicius. Olanyan for the SIU Salukis. Smith Peters, good three-point shooter from the outside. We're down to 10 on the shot clock. O'Brien gets the three. He got the roll. Sean O'Brien, a junior from Mundelein, Illinois.
Got a good soft touch. He got a good look, and he got his feet set. That's why he was able to get that shot down.
Now back the other way, hanging Akun Purcell, and O'Brien came down with what looked like his 500th career rebound. And he stepped out.
Stepped on the baseline. He grabbed it. They did a good job. That's the second straight possession, one and done.
In fact, that is his 500th career rebound. He got the ball, then stepped out.
And then he turns it over. He gets his what number turnover would that be?
Long lob pass out high for Devon Akun Purcell. He played just 9 minutes at UNI, scoring only 2 points. He's really been bothered by headaches. The acceleration into the lane, and then he threw it away, looking to the baseline. Quentin Brewer is in the lineup on this senior night. Brewer, Justin McLeod, and Devon Akun Purcell, the seniors on this team.
Great officiating by Paul Jansen, who came in and said, hey, I saw it better. It's going this way, because everyone took off down this way, and the ref was saying, no, it's Illinois State ball.
Paul Jansen, Bert Smith, and Tom O'Neill are the officials assigned by the Missouri Valley Conference tonight. Mike Rodriguez wears number 1. Smith Peters from the outside.
Really good screen. A lot of traffic at the top of the key. And a man-to-man just didn't bury the shot.
Justin McLeod, one of the seniors, honored here tonight before the game. Wide open. Paris Lee and Akun Purcell is fouled. Anthony Bean was contesting Akun Purcell. Bean with his first foul.
Got a really good officiating crew. Tommy O'Neill. Anytime Tom O'Neill's on a game, it's going to be well officiated. Veteran guy.
Deontay Hawkins is number 23. We're just getting started, coming down to 18 minutes to go in the first half. And a 3-0 lead for SIU, but there's Lee. Boy, he let the traffic clear and was all alone to score his first field goal.
You're so accurate. Up and under move. He was very under control. When you're a veteran player, you know how to wait and bide your time.
Smith-Peters looking low, and O'Brien had trouble trying to get his hands on the ball. There's a turnover, giving the ball back to Illinois State, and I like the way O'Brien approaches the game.
He plays really hard. That's a good effort. It was not a great pass. He just couldn't corral it.
Ferris Lee, 6-foot junior out of Maywood, Illinois. 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. Here's McLeod. Volley for the rebound, and look who is there, Deontay Hawkins. Right place, right time.
Exactly what we talked about, John, and our keys. You cannot let them kill you on the offensive glass. That's what they just did there.
Anthony Bean. Quick release on the shot. Bolo Lanyon with the offensive rebound. One of the top offensive rebounders in the country. But he just couldn't get past Brewer. One-hander good for Ferris Lee. Give him 4 in the first half.
Tempo's going Illinois State's way here early. You can just feel they've got tempo and they're getting to the glass.
They can't wait to get their hands on the ball and then get the ball to the other end of the floor. And Lee's going to make that shot almost all the time when he's left that wide open. Rodriguez with the miss. One and done. And Akun Purcell races to the front court. He's bumped and fouled by Rodriguez.
When you go hard to the glass, there's the open look, the miss, but just a really nice job to be in the right spot. He's underneath the basket, the ball gets tipped to him, and stick it right back in. That's how Illinois State likes to win basketball games.
It'll be Jim Day, number 10, in the middle now for SIU as O'Lanyon goes over to the bench. Deontay Hawkins will take the shot. They left him open, so he said, why not? That's 4 for him.
You got penetration out of Ferris Lee a couple times, so now you're thinking, all right, I got to make sure I'm ready for that, and you get beat by the perimeter shot.
Illinois State's doing a good job of pushing the Salukis out to the three-point line. O'Brien hit a 3-ball earlier. 7 on the shot clock. And the rebound for number 23, Deontay Hawkins. He gets about 6 a game. Akun Purcell. And that was tipped by Bean over to O'Brien. Rodriguez and Bean on the outside for SIU. Bean lets it fly. He doesn't need much time to get open and go up. But it's one and done again for the Salukis. Off the back iron for McLeod. And the ball will belong to Illinois State when we return to Redbird Arena in Normal. 15:03 left in the first half. And there's Deontay Hawkins scoring 2 of his 4 first half. Illinois State has done an 8-0 run over the last 2 minutes and 55 seconds, leading SIU 8-3 on our Valley Game of the Week. Closed captioning for tonight's telecast is made possible by the Doubletree by Hilton Bloomington, the preferred hotel of the Missouri Valley Conference in the Illinois Twin Cities. Call 309-664-6446 or visit Doubletree.com to book your hotel rooms on your next trip to Bloomington Normal. With David Kaplan, I'm John Riddick. Cappy, you and I haven't worked a game since Dr. May Smith first put the peach basket up on the wall.
It's been a while, man. I listened to you last night. Enjoyed your call of the game.
Rich and I had a good time over at Bradley last night, and The way this league is playing out, this has been one of the most exciting runs with Wichita State coming on strong after a tough non-conference schedule, and the senior leadership down at Evansville. Illinois State, one of the tough physical teams in the country, battling for second place, trying to keep up with Evansville. And the shot from outside goes down for Ferris Lee, giving him 7 in the first half. He's feeling it tonight.
He is, but the best way to a clean perimeter look is to go inside out, refeed the post. That's what they did.
And what I like about Lee is able to penetrate, find an open man, or draw just enough attention, or they start paying attention to the open man. Lee will pop the shot. There's O'Brien over the rim and down to Banyard. McCom McIntosh back out for Lee, and he saw the open man, Tony Wills. The assist for Ferris Lee. And he gets about 4 of those a game.
We saw early, we said the pace, you could just feel Illinois State was locked in. They're off to a phenomenal start.
Rodriguez, Smith-Peters, drawing plenty of attention at the three-point line. Tried to force that one inside off of Kuhn Purcell, and in the scramble, that's tapped over to Banyard. A foul on Smith-Peters. For Smith-Peters, his first.
Ball movement, the key for Illinois State. You go inside, then you go outside. Look how the defense doesn't get there. Called help and recover. Got to get there quick, and then there's just a great feed inside. He's looking for the basketball. Ferris Lee is coming up the court with his head up, looking to attack.
It's quite simple, Cappy. The pace of the game leaves Southern Illinois just chasing Illinois State. The long rebound to Anthony Bean, who went to high school here before going to school at SIU, joining his father as an assistant to Barry Henson. Wills. And Bean knew he couldn't stop him. Why risk the foul?
Yeah, you can't have it. Timeout, Barry Henson. He needed it, and this crowd's percolating.
Ferris Lee has triggered this fast start since a 3-0 lead on a Sean O'Brien 3-ball. 15 unanswered points by Illinois State. And this is some of what we're talking about, Cappy.
Getting up in the passing lane. Great anticipation. That's the key to defense. Anticipating where the pass is coming, and then he just finishes without any French pastry.
And a 6:07 scoring drought for SIU. NCAA March Madness is headed to St. Louis, and you can be there to share the experience with family and friends. It's the 2016 NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship first and second rounds coming up March 18th and 20th at Scott Trade Center, hosted by the Missouri Valley Conference. Single session tickets are now on sale and start at $50. Visit ncaa.com/MBB tickets to score your tickets and view hospitality options. Your seats are ready. Are you? We're getting ready. March Madness is a little over a week away, helping set the table for what you'll enjoy in the NCAA tournament coming up in March. Here's steal by Ferris Lee. Lanyon trying to set a pick. Leo Vincent had a big game against these Redbirds, scoring 25 in Carbondale. And there's O'Brien trying to make something happen. The rim was touched, but no interference or goaltending. And back the other way, there's Lee. McIntosh, McLeod. Lots of action, and McLeod gets his first field goal.
They're just a hot knife through butter right now. Everything they're touching is turning to gold. Excellent save here on the side that leads to another basket.
SIU needs a basket to slow the world down just a little bit. It's spinning out of control for the Salukis right now.
You know, John, look, everything they're doing, there's another turnover. Everything they're doing is off the dribble. It's got to come via the pass. Got to move the ball. Here's that save.
The save that led to the basket. And McLeod found the opening, and he was able to convert. Well, John Wooden, the legendary UCLA coach, used to say, be quick but don't hurry. Well, right now the Salukis are trying to be quick, and they're hurrying.
Well put. They're out of control a bit.
They catch along the baseline, but that went through Will's legs. It's out of bounds. With 17 on the shot clock, the Redbirds will play it in.
Barry Henson working Tom O'Neill over on the side, try to find something that can reverse things.
The lob in for McIntosh. And McIntosh gets called for the foul. That's his first. The Salukis are 0 for their last 8 field goal attempts and have turned the ball over 5 times, leading to this big 17-3 Redbird lead.
I'm a huge Mikhail McIntosh fan, one of my favorite players in the league. I think he goes about his business the right way, plays hard. There, you cannot lower your shoulder at all. You're going to get the call against you every time.
You lower a shoulder or extend an arm, use an elbow to get some room, that's going to go against you most every time. Bean with the bump, and he had enough room to score his first field goal. Anthony averages 20 points a game, second in the league in scoring to DJ Ballantyne of Evansville. McIntosh working on Fletcher. That's over the rainbow and down to Armand Fletcher, a redshirt freshman from Edwardsville, Illinois. Leo Vincent, Fletcher out front, running Bean, O'Brien, and O'Lanion on the floor for SIU. Bean lets it go. A long rebound for Deontay Hawkins. Tony Wills has been kind of a glue player for this team.
It's great characterization of him. You're right. He defends. He gets in a passing lane. You need him to give Paris Lee a bit of a breather. He's out there running the point.
Oh, a long air ball for Hawkins.
Illinois State is off to such a great start, and I think they settled a couple times in a row. Get back to what they do well, which is attack inside first.
And that attacking gave them several high percentage opportunities.
Exactly.
Here's O'Brien taking the shot. He's working for everything he's trying to get there, and traveling is the call with O'Lanion hitting the deck. And he is arguing that there was contact and perhaps a foul should have been called, and that's not the way it goes. 10:35 left in the first half. It's Illinois State so far in the first half, 17-5. Illinois State has scored 12 of its 17 points in the paint on the way to a 17-5 first half lead over SIU. And our Missouri Valley Conference standings are a presentation of Purina Dog Chow, always crafted in the USA since 1926. Our congratulations to Greg Marshall and the Wichita State Shockers on winning the regular season title. But there are the Evansville Aces, and Illinois State's trying to move up to maintain a second-place tie. Southern Illinois with over 20 wins and 10 in the conference. And Northern Iowa's had some impressive victories over Wichita State and Illinois State recently.
And they had to win over North Carolina, and I think they beat Iowa State early.
Yes.
So they have their quality wins, and then they lose twice to Loyola. And Loyola rolled in there and beat them at Northern Iowa after Loyola lost at home to Bradley. So it's very tough to pick things in the league.
Porter Moser has the Ramblers playing hard.
He's a good coach.
Akun Purcell with the miss, and Bola Olanian with the rebound for SIU. SIU is in desperate need of a good exchange on the offensive end to try to settle in and whittle away at Illinois State's lead. Coming down to 10 minutes left in the first half. And we have a foul called against Quentin Brewer off the ball. That's his first. 2 team fouls on Illinois State as SIU will play the ball in.
We'll get Paris Lee back in and be interested to see how the offense changes now that they got their guy back.
Armand Fletcher looking for Leo Vincent. And there's Devon Akun Purcell with him. Olanian sets a firm pick. Wire, number 15, hit 3 3-point field goals at Evansville. And that's a miss for Vincent. Olanian with an offensive rebound. But there's Bean to save it for SIU. The flurry, a foul is called. Bert Smith blowing the whistle. And the foul goes against Armand Fletcher. That's his first. 4th team foul on the Salukis.
No room here. Illinois State really working hard defensively. Ball comes back out, but see how quickly it get back out? Tony Wills, the glue guy, you called it. They just don't give him any room to operate.
Brewer kind of out of control, but saves it out to Paris Lee. There's McIntosh. Akun Purcell working on Fletcher. A shot for 3, no good by Tony Wills.
Like the pass, though, out of the post by Purcell. Cross-court pass, got an open look.
And Vincent with the miss. Akun Purcell with the rebound. He had the open man at the baseline. Wills fans it out. That's a three. Ferris Lee, give him double figures, 10 points in the first half.
See how much better a team they are when they're willing to go inside and then kick. In, kick. Drive, kick is such an underrated part of the game, and when they do it, they're a better team.
And it doesn't take that many passes, Cappy. Just one extra pass, and the block. A foul is called on McIntosh, trying to reach for the ball. That's his second. Looking for something to do after the games during Arch Madness? Well, the beautiful Grand Hall at St. Louis Union Station comes to life with a spectacular indoor light show every night. Enjoy cocktails and our favorite, the small plates, along with the 3D panoramic show from 5 to 10 p.m. at Union Station. Visit grandhall-stl.com for details. Armand Fletcher. Here's another one coming up, a 59% free throw shooter. The redshirt freshman scored 3 points, going 1 for 3 from behind the arc against Evansville Saturday.
You mentioned the small plates. I heard that's great down there.
Oh, it is.
That's what I've heard.
Light show's wonderful. Our TV crew loves the small plates.
When my Cubs roll into town, maybe I'll come there and have a little dinner with you.
You might want a little larger plate.
I do like a larger plate.
So Armand Fletcher makes it a 20-6 game in favor of Illinois State. Wide open, the slam dunk, Deontay Hawkins. I really don't care who it is, Cappy, whether it's Lee or Wills. They're finding the open man on the baseline and working hard enough to get open.
But when did their offense kick back into high gear? As soon as Lee came off the bench, it came back in.
And that's kicked out by Smith Peters. And the turnovers are mounting up for SIU. Give them 8 in the first half. We have 8 minutes to go.
Dan Muller has done a really good job recruiting athletes to this program. No disrespect to anyone in the league, 1 to 12. There is no more athletic team than Illinois State. 1
Even
to
more
12.
so than Wichita State?
If you, maybe not the first 5, but if you take all 12, this team is loaded.
Again, an opening. This time, Banyard scores. Nick Banyard. Ferris Lee gets another assist. Armand Fletcher looking for Rodriguez. Here's Wire. And the tip. Fletcher gets the put back. He has 3 first-half points. Fletcher went 3 for 3 from behind the arc against Evansville Saturday. From the baseline. That's a little too strong for Hawkins.
I don't think Dan Muller liked that shot. He didn't like the cross-court pass, and he didn't like the shot.
And a foul called on the drive by Mike Rodriguez. That was Hakoon Purcell with the personal. But there's the open look and the slam dunk underneath. And watch that move by Banyard as we go to break. Ferris Lee has 10 points and 2 assists, helping Illinois State to a 24-8 lead with 7:01 left in the first half here in Normal. Metro Transit in St. Louis is giving away 2 all-session booklets and 2 VIP passes for Arch Madness, along with a deluxe hotel stay, plus 2 Metro MVC fan passes for use on Metrolink, Metrobus, or the downtown trolley throughout Arch Madness. Visit the MVC official Facebook page for all the information. With David Kaplan, I'm John Rooney, and we've been so fortunate in this league, and what makes the Missouri Valley Conference so special, and it comes from the top with Doug Elgin, Jack Watkins. We work closely with Mike Kern on the information side of things, and all the athletic directors in the league, the coaches, they make us feel so welcome when we come in. Makes our job so easy, and then to see the level of play we've enjoyed out of these teams, and it's not over. Arch Madness is yet to come. I feel very fortunate to be a part of it.
It is. It's awesome. It's been such a great season. Seems like every week I look up, I go, all right, I'll be at Illinois State there. I'll be at Indiana State then. I'll be at Loyola then. This is my last game of the season here in the Valley, and I'm like, where did the season go? Flew by.
It has, and we're just a little over a week away from March Madness beginning, a week from Thursday, a week from tomorrow. From the baseline, that goes down on a move by Deontay Hawkins.
I don't know if he tried to bank that in, but he got it to go in.
Rodriguez went 1 out of 2 from the free throw line, and there he is. The ball was touched and goes out of bounds and belongs to the Salukis. And Mike Kern.
Good man.
One of the all-timers. But he has a wealth of information, and traveling with Mike for the last 5 years doing the Valley, it's like cheating on a test, how much information I get and getting ready for these games. He's such a big help.
He is. He's great.
The long outside shot with time running down, the shot clock violation. Another turnover for SIU. And that's 9 for the Salukis in the first half.
I'll tell you what, if you look at the two teams, and SIU's had a magnificent year, 20-plus wins. Barry Hinson, turnaround master. But it's come quick. Some people didn't think it'd come as quick as it did. But if you look at these two teams, Illinois State's this veteran team that's filled with athletes. The size that they can bring at you on the glass, very tough to match up with.
Teams like Illinois State and the size and experience for Evansville. Evansville tends to wear people down as well.
They do.
Here's Lee. Oh, did he call that off the glass? 13 for Lee.
He's laughing as he turned. He laughed and went, oh, well. Banks open late night in normal.
13 for Paris Lee. 3 3-point field goals. And the steal for Lee. He's not selfish. Wills has 6.
Timeout. You got to get one, Coach. You got to get one.
Well, let's take a look at the Paris Lee show, Cappy.
He's just so quick with his hands. Get in the passing lane. First, there's his feet into the post. Get him the ball. Sometimes better be lucky to good. Bank it home. And then here he comes in the passing lane. Just gets the hand in there. Boom. Gone the other way. Really nice pass. And Wills finishes.
1.7 steals a game. He comes up with 3.8 assists a game, averages 10.9 points, 2.8 rebounds, shoots better than 30% from behind the arc, but draws so much attention to help his teammates score. Are you looking for something to do after the games during Arch Madness? The beautiful Grand Hall at St. Louis Union Station comes to life with a spectacular indoor light show every night. Enjoy cocktails and the famous small plates, along with the 3D panoramic show from 5 to 10 p.m. at Union Station. Visit grandhall-stl.com for details. And there's Bean. That shot was altered with Wills coming by. But the Salukis maintain the possession. 10 on the shot clock. Bola Olanian trying to muscle his way in. Not enough touch on that one.
Well, they just can't get a break.
They can't.
They cannot get anything. I've been in that seat where you go, how did that not go down? What do you mean we fouled? And you look up and you're 20 down.
Akun Purcell with the rebound. He collided with Anthony Bean, who helps him up. Register to win a St. Louis Arch Madness VIP package, including all session tickets to the State Farm MVC Men's Basketball Tournament, hotel accommodations, and tickets to St. Louis area attractions. All you have to do is log on to explorestlouis.com for complete details.
Or log on inside and get another 2 points for Illinois State.
Akun Purcell's first field goal. Anthony Bean earlier committed his second foul. There's Bean. Lost the handle on that one, tried to get it back and lost it out of bounds to the Illinois State Redbirds. And all smiles over there by Dan Muller and his assistant coaches. And easy to understand with a 33-9 lead. It's all working for them right now.
Everything they've wanted to do, they've been able to do. And then Southern Illinois hasn't taken care of the basketball. They just haven't gotten anything rolling.
Going down to the 4-minute mark in the first half. Junior Tony Wills out of Indianapolis. Tried to hook it inside for Akun Purcell, but Tyler Smith-Peters denied that one. Entry pass, Olanian lost the grip on it, but dives to get it back, and that's a held ball. And it's going to be SIU's ball when we come back from our timeout at the under 4 break. But what a first half for the Redbirds. Look at their big first half lead. Madness. Stop by Purina Dog Chow displays at participating Schnucks and Hy-Vee locations. Get your Purina Dog Chow Family Fun Pack coupon. The Family Fun Pack will get you 4 tickets, 4 sodas, and 2 popcorns for only $70. Get your Purina Dog Chow Family Fun Pack today. Cappy, you've been on the other side of this, as you said, where things just have not gone right. But how can Barry Henson try to turn off that buzzsaw over in the huddle during a timeout?
You try and slow it down, and you tell your guys there is no 20-point shot that we can make to try and get back in this thing. So what you've got to do is play defense, rebound, and try and chip away and see if you can, wow, we got it to 15. And then you set another benchmark. It's the only way you can do it.
Here's O'Brien in the lane, bumping, grinding, and he can't score it. O'Lanion, you talk about a guy who brought the lunch pail to the arena tonight. He's working as hard as he possibly can, and all of that hard effort will get him to the free throw line on the Brewer foul.
And you can also challenge your guys. You say, see what he's doing? We need all 5 of us have got to it every time. Play as hard as we can, and let's just chip away.
O'Lanion, one more coming up. But then something happens, like that ball getting loose all the way to the inline where it almost got away from Rodriguez, where you have to think, oh, what else is going to happen?
Right. It's one of those games where, I mean, you see it in all the baseball you call. You can look like you're the better team, and they hit a little bleeder, and you go, how'd that get through? And that guy got a hit off us? It happens.
A lane violation. Shooter violation is what it was on the free throw attempt. So Lanyon got 1 point out of all that. Illinois State gets the ball back, leading 33-10 in the first half. McLeod, good pass. Akun Purcell stepping up, lost a handle on it. But as he altered his shot, he also drew contact, and we'll get 2 shots. Armand Fletcher has 2 personal fouls. We invite you to stay with us for our halftime report, a presentation of State Farm, reminding you we exist to assist. And we'll hear from the head coaches. We have a profile that centers on Devon Akun Purcell tonight, and we'll recap the first half and go over the stats for you, all coming up on the State Farm halftime report.
I wrote on my notes here, emotions that come with the senior night. And I was a part of a bunch of them, and I remember there were senior nights where you came out, your team, you felt like they could have beat the greatest Bulls team of all time because they really channeled the emotion. And then I remember one where everybody just, they got so emotional and there's tears, and you look up and you go, what do you mean we're 20 down at home? You got to know how to channel it.
Nick Banyard picked up the foul, and the Salukis will play it in against full court pressure. And on those nights where they had like or days where they had like a father and son game for some baseball games or something special beforehand, Bob Gibson said, we used to lose all those games.
Right. You're all
routine. Here's a ball knocked out of bounds, and that goes off Illinois State. I'll tell you, there's some great defense, but a lot of effort by Bola O'Lanion.
Watch how hard Illinois State's playing. I mean, they're really doing a great job at taking away. With this type of lead, you'll see sometimes guys might relax. There's no relaxing right now from the Redbirds.
This is the type of game they played against Indiana State and then down at Evansville. They have one of these efforts, Cappy, where they just didn't give Evansville any room to claw back and take that game, and a road win for the Redbirds. Probably their most complete game start to finish, and they're playing that way tonight.
And I watched the game, I don't remember if you did it, it was Evansville here. And Evansville won, I don't know, 11 or 12 points. And it looked like Illinois State had settled, and Dan Muller said after the game, too many times we get an open look. We got to jack the 3. When we go inside, that's when we're a really good team because it opens up everything on the perimeter for Paris Lee and guys like that.
And Cappy, as quickly as they move the ball, they're getting open looks low. They've been dominating the inside game.
Great point.
Playing some great defense, pushing SIU out to the three-point line and beyond. Tyler Smith-Peters. For O'Brien, one of the hardest workers without the ball in this league, and he gets a free throw opportunity out of that.
That's a good possession offensively. Isolate your guy, dive the ball into him, and see if you can operate. And he did, and he gets to the line. Now you got to knock free throws down.
The foul was on Banyard, his second.
Record foul 0, Nick Banyard. That's his second. Team foul 7.
There he is. He's got a good seal. There's the toss inside. And now really good footwork. The defender says, what did I do? But when you get your hands up, they call it the principle of verticality. If your hands go straight up in perpetuity, it's not a foul. If you come out at all into my space, you're going to get nailed every time.
And that happened to Banyard. One more free throw here, and O'Brien got the roll. He has 4 in the first half.
A little pressure.
But a calm Illinois State Redbird lineup. They get the ball into the front court. Banyard is out of bounds off Bean. With a wide pass to Banyard, the best thing that happened to Illinois State was Bean getting a hand on the ball. Paris Lee will inbound. And Kuhn, Purcell, and Lee. As they play catch out high. 10 on the shot clock. There's Wills. Kuhn, Purcell. Air ball. Leo Vincent for SIU.
That was not a great possession for Illinois State.
Vincent's open. And he scores 2.
Got it to 21. You try and get another stop. So if you can look up, you're 21 down, you think, okay, can we get it to 15 by the half? If you do, you feel like we're alive.
Oh, Lee, my goodness. He didn't convert, but he'll have a chance from the free throw line. And the foul was committed by Bolo Lanyon. But just because of the electricity that Paris Lee created by that first step. 2 shots for Lee. He's a 77% shooter. Tom O'Neill drying the ball. That's a veteran move by
that is a
veteran official.
Veteran move, veteran official.
2 for Lee. He came in averaging 10.9 a game, and he's shooting for his 15th point in the first half. Kuhn, Purcell, and Nick Banyard go over to the bench as Kyle McIntosh comes back in. Cloud, Wills, McIntosh. And the free throw good for Paris Lee, along with Deontay Hawkins on the floor for Illinois State. And this is a foul reach by McIntosh. 3rd foul.
See, the point of emphasis are one of them. There's 6 this year, 6 directives from J.D. Collins. One of them is freedom of movement. They do not want you to be able to play like a hockey player and bump and shadow guys coming up the court, make contact. That's what he did.
1-1 now for Sean O'Brien. The rebound for Hawkins. O'Brien is 1 for 3 from the line. And that's one place the Salukis have to excel with the clock stopped and at the line.
Cannot leave points on the table, obviously, when you're down this many.
10 on the shot clock. Coming down to a minute and a half left until halftime on our State Farm halftime report. Wills. Leo Vincent runs up the sideline. O'Brien had the opening and converts.
Real nice catch on the move and finish.
Didn't take his eyes off the rim.
Comes from a really good program at Mundelein, Illinois. That's where Ben Brust, who had the great career at Wisconsin, same program.
Wills steps up. Inside and then to the baseline for Wills. Back out. And we have a whistle sending the ball the other way.
Southern ball. Timeout, Illinois State. A 30-second timeout.
SIU has had to overcome 15 points against Air Force at Sam Houston State, winning in overtime, 18 down. And then against Illinois State in the win at home at Carbondale, down 12 points. And they were down a bunch with about 8 or 10 minutes to go in the game and came back to win that 81-78. Illinois State with a lead of 36-15. But 56 seconds left until halftime. A 3-point field goal by Sean O'Brien, and then after that, Illinois State went on a tear. 36-15 the score. Smith-Peters inbound, and Illinois State will pick up the Salukis at midcourt. Leo Vincent watched by Paris Lee. Bean all the way in, feeding low for O'Lanion, and he couldn't score. Paris Lee to the front court. He was hounded by Leo Vincent. .18 and counting on the shot clock. We're down to 20 seconds left in the first half. Spaniards setting the pick. Lee blocked by O'Brien. And in the flurry, time ran out on the shot clock. Shot clock violation will give the ball to SIU for possibly the last shot of the first half. And Barry Henson is saying you need to put a little more time back on the clock. And they may take a look at the monitor to reset the game clock. Perhaps just over maybe 7-1, 7-2. We'll see what they have in mind. There, the arm goes up. And all three officials, Paul Jansen, Bert Smith, Tom O'Neill, take a look at the monitor to determine what to put back on the game clock at the close of our first half. Our MVC profile tonight will center on Devon Akun-Purcell, who was honored as part of senior night, along with Quentin Brewer and Justin McLeod here in Normal. So a nice feature coming up on Akun-Purcell, along with the statistics from the first half. And the clock still reads 6.8.
Officials are adjusting the game clock to 9.2 seconds. 9.2 seconds.
They're going to put the game clock back to 9.2 seconds. Full court pressure applied by Illinois State. The final 9.2 of the first half here in Normal. Here's Bean coming up on Wills. Hand off to Smith-Peters, who gets the shot away and off the back iron at the horn. So at the end of the first half, Illinois State has a comfortable 36-15 lead over the SIU Salukis. And it's time to check in with head coach Dan Muller of Illinois State for tonight's Casey's General Store plans for the second half. Cappy, it's all yours.
Dan, your guys played exceptionally well. You went inside a lot. It got your perimeter looks. How pleased are you?
Yeah, we passed up a lot of good shots on the perimeter to attack the rim, and then the kickout shots go in. I'm most pleased with our defense. To hold Bean to however many points he's got, to hold them to the low percentage, we're pretty locked in right now.
I saw you a lot this year. I think this is my 6th game, and you talked about when we go inside out, we're a better team. Has that been the focus in practice?
It always has the entire year. Sometimes you get open shots and they jack some up. But we know when we touch the paint on offense, shots go in somehow.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
And our thanks to Coach Muller. Our chat with the coaches throughout the season is brought to you by Casey's General Store. That's Casey's, famous for pizza. Stay with us. We have our State Farm halftime report coming up from Redbird Arena, where the home team Redbirds own a 36-15 lead. We'll have our NBC profile, the stats, recap the first half, all straight ahead here on the Missouri Valley Conference Game of the Week. Hey, break to slow the world down will work for you.
Yep.
Edna proudly presents the second half of our Missouri Valley Conference Game of the Week. Justin McLeod inbounds to Paris Lee. Lee in the first half scored 15. Number 23 is Hawkins. And rebound position. There's Bola O'Lanion.
He played really hard the first half.
He has 8 rebounds tonight. Now let's see if the Salukis can get something going. One and done. Lee to McLeod, who stops and pops. Hawkins, he missed the putback, and O'Lanion has yet another rebound. Bean working on Lee. Bean scored 2 in the first half. Rodriguez 1. Smith-Peters didn't score. O'Lanion 1 point. Bean with 2. And there's O'Brien, who gets the basket and a chance for a 3-point play.
Well, you heard Barry Hinson say, I think we'll play a lot better in the second half. And we'll see. He challenged his guys. We'll see how they take the court and how they get the first 4 or 5 minutes.
The MVC Fan Hangout is a perfect gathering place before and after games during Arch Madness. Located Ballpark Village in downtown St. Louis, across the street from Busch Stadium. For more information, visit archmadness.com/fans. O'Brien missed on the 3-point play attempt, yet the ball belongs to SIU in the process. Bean to O'Lanion. Did he travel? No call. And a follow by O'Brien. Give O'Brien 10 points.
And a really nice job on that offensive glass. Get a good start. And all of a sudden, you go, guys, just keep playing this way.
Have a better second half. Try to get close, see what happens. Let's see how Illinois State reacts. Hawkins. And a reach in on number 22, Armand Fletcher, his 3rd foul.
Boy, I don't know about that one. Might have been a jump ball. It was close.
Armand Fletcher, his 3rd. First team foul of the half on Southern. Free throws.
And free throws are coming up for number 23, Deontay Hawkins. Let's take a look at that last call.
See, maybe there's body contact. Here comes the move. Tough to tell. Very tough to tell. I'll give Tom O'Neill's way better ref than I am.
He's a little closer to the play than we are.
Yes.
Hawkins. One more coming up in play at 18:02 to go in the game. Hawkins, a 73% shooter. As a team, Illinois State shoots 66% from the line. Austin Wire, 6'8", redshirt freshman from Kent, Washington. He comes on to take the place of Armand Fletcher. Polo O'Lanion. 2 missed free throws. SIU. Vincent, O'Lanion, and Bean. Bean tried to get the ball to O'Lanion. Brewer was there for Illinois State. Akun Purcell, he gets that close, he's going to score.
Great depth to their offense, and again, they go inside, and that's where they make hay. They get the ball to a really good athlete, and they let him operate. There's no double there. You're not going to stop him.
First foul on O'Brien, and a 3-point play chance here for Devon Akun Purcell. Came here from Eastern Oklahoma State College. Is finishing up his senior season, his career here at Illinois State. He has 6, and the Redbirds own a 39-19 lead. Boy, it's hard to come back from that lightning bolt of a start that Illinois State showed us in the first half tonight.
You know what? Even if you don't win,
turnover, SIU.
If you're Barry Hinson, if your guys battle and compete in the second half, and at the end of the day, you go, you know what, guys, I'm proud of you. We battled. We made out of one. You take it as a positive and you get ready.
Well, Akun Purcell had a field goal with 4:36 to go in the first half, and then he hit one and got the 3-point play the last time Illinois State had the basketball. 6 points for Devon Akun Purcell. 15 for Paris Lee. 2 for Justin McLeod. Lee with the ball right now, and 19 on the shot clock. Banyard at the point. McLeod off the back iron. Out of bounds, SIU. Austin Wire, 20 minutes at Evansville, 11 points, 4 for 5 from the field, 3 for 3 from behind the arc. He'll inbound for SIU. McLeod goes to the bench, and Tony Wills comes back in for the Redbirds. Anthony Bean, second to DJ Ballantyne in MVC minutes played, second in scoring to Ballantyne, averaging 20 a game, but only 2 points tonight. The Redbirds have been all over number 25. Wire low for O'Lanion. O'Lanion with the jump hook scores over Quentin Brewer.
Well, your guy is really playing well. He is rebounding, he is scoring, and he's working hard in the face of a big deficit.
And there's Kuhn Purcell forcing the issue, and the foul is on Olo Lanyon, his second.
You called him, though, early in the game how hard he was going at it, even though they were struggling. And he's battling.
Well, Barry Henson told us earlier today, Cappy, that this is one guy who's improved as much as anybody, and lost his cool and picked up a fourth foul and then a technical for his fifth foul over at Indiana State. But he was in a similar situation in the game down at Evansville. A call went against him. He just shrugged it off and moved on and lived to play another 4 or 5 minutes.
Live and learn.
That's it.
Dan Muller, the first coach in Illinois State history to beat 3 top 25 teams in his first 3 seasons.
And add another one this year, beating Wichita State, so that's 4 in 4 seasons.
How about that? I got a text from Doug Collins. He said, "Be good to my Redbirds." He always watches here at Doug Collins.
It's his court.
Yep.
Here's Bean. Bullet pass low for the dunk by Armand Fletcher.
Great pass. You're always playing Bean for the jump shot, and as you shade toward him, bullet pass and a bucket.
Inside 16 minutes to go in the second half. Purcell to an open Lee. The rebound for Bola O'Lanion. O'Lanion's in double figures in rebounds. There's Wire open along the baseline, but short with his shot. And a foul. Anthony Bean. We talk about his scoring. He's a pretty good passer. Watch this as we go to break after the slam dunk by Armand Fletcher. 123 in favor of the Illinois State Redbirds, looking for their 18th win of the year. SIU comes in 21-8. Tonight's Missouri Valley Conference scores and schedules are a presentation of Grinnell Mutual Insurance, where we provide a policy of working together. Missouri State out to the lead at home against Drake, and there's Northern Iowa leading at home against Indiana State. Wichita State will be getting started in a little over a half hour, playing the Ramblers in Chicago, Wichita State and Loyola.
Yeah, that'd be a good crowd for that. Wichita State, obviously the cream of the league, but Loyola's playing much better. I'm surprised that Indiana State has had the struggles they've had as of late. I had them when they beat Illinois State, and I thought, it's a really talented team. I'm a big Greg Lansing fan.
I am too.
He's an excellent coach. Surprised that they've struggled some.
And they'd like to have a good finish, yet they're down in the early going. As we continue here, normal, and at the free throw line, Armand Fletcher is 2 out of 3. He has 5 points tonight. And it's 41-24 in favor of Illinois State. This one's in play at 15:36 to go in the second half. And Fletcher with the miss. Lee picking up the dribble, looking for the pass, gets help from Tony Wills. From the corner, an air ball. Hawkins was short with that one. O'Brien 4 for 9 from the field. The rest of the team 5 for 23 for SIU.
They bang a 3 here or get a bucket, people are going to get a little nervous in their seats.
Here's a guy who could do it. There's O'Lanion. A 3-point attempt by Vincent. And that's slapped out to Wills, and then out of bounds off Wills as Fletcher got a hand in there. Southern's ball with 14:45 left in the second half.
Being a little slow getting up. Little gimpy.
favoring his right leg. Perhaps cramping up a little bit. We're not sure. In the meantime, Bean will go to the bench as Mike Rodriguez, junior from Boston, by way of Marshalltown Community College to the SIU program. He's back in.
I think you're right. It might be a cramp. Good call, John Rooney.
I know the feeling.
Those are the worst.
And here is Vincent hanging and just threw the ball out of bounds. Trying to find somebody at the baseline, and Fletcher wasn't anticipating the pass.
I don't have as big a problem with cramps because fat doesn't cramp much muscle.
Never forget David Wells, the pitcher, pitched for Toronto, the Yankees, a little bit for the White Sox. Somebody was questioning his condition, and he said, well, I haven't been on the DL. What would I be on the DL with? Bull fat? With the White Sox, he went on the DL with back surgery.
That's right.
Resurfaced in New York. How about that lob pass and Banyard's dunk? 4 for Banyard.
He needs to be careful pointing at the defender after because you can get nailed for a taunting tech. But that was a great pass.
Armand Fletcher on the drive, and Hawkins knocked the ball away, but right to Bolo Lanyon. Give him 5. Olanya's working on 3 consecutive double-doubles. He has the double figures and rebounds, but he's a little short scoring column right now with 5 points. And that goes to the backcourt. It was touched, still alive. No turnover, no backcourt. Here's Wills driving to the baseline, and from a double team, that leaves Lee open. He hit the deck. He's fouled and will go to the line for a 4-point play. There's a lot going on right there, Cappy, with the shot clock running down.
That is enormous. Barry Hinson was not happy that he didn't get the over and back call. The ball had been tipped. It ends up with Paris Lee as the shot clock expires, and he's got a 4-point opportunity.
That far out, don't foul the shooter. The whistle, the foul, the shot went down, and on the line for a 4-point play. Junior guard from Maywood, Illinois, Lee, and he converts.
All of a sudden, all your hard work, you're thinking, we bang at 3, we're 14 down, and we're alive. You're 21 back in the hole where you started.
Here's Bean. He got a good look at the basket, but off the back iron to Justin McLeod. Right to wire. Rodriguez draws contact, and he'll go to the line.
They get the turnover that they need, and then he's just going to take it himself, and McLeod bangs into him, throw it up. You never know what's going to happen. He gets the hoop and the arm.
3 fouls on the Redbirds in the second half for McLeod his first. And number 1, Mike Rodriguez, a 62% shooter from the line, a 3-point play. McLeod goes out for Illinois State. Number 33, Sean O'Brien, back in for SIU as Bolo Lanyon will get a break. Mild pressure applied by the Salukis. 13 minutes to go in the game. Lee has matched his career high with 19 points. He scored that earlier this year in a big win here at home against Wichita State. Nice recovery by Lee. Akun Purcell to Lee with time running down again. And he didn't find the net that time. It's slapped out to Wills. How active have these Redbirds been tonight?
They've been great with the back tap. And we talked, you and I, early, that offensive rebounding was going to be huge.
Another dunk attempt, this time by Akun Purcell. He was denied because he was fouled. Metro Transit in St. Louis is giving away 2 all-session booklets and 2 VIP passes for Arch Madness, along with a deluxe hotel stay, plus 2 Metro MVC fan passes for use on Metrolink, Metrobus, or the downtown trolley throughout the tournament. Visit the MVC official fan page, the Facebook page, for complete details. Bean put him on the line, 3 fouls, and Akun Purcell has another free throw coming his way. He's 5 out of 6 from the line and 9 points tonight.
That back end of their defense has got to be more alert of who's roaming back there. We've seen, what, 3 dunks?
We've seen so many entry passes, let alone baseline passes for easy close-in attempts. 10 points for Kuhn Purcell tonight. 49-29. Anthony Bean streaking in, lost the handle on his last touch by Illinois State. 15 on the shot clock. There hasn't been anything there for Bean tonight.
No, they've really made him obviously the focal point at 20 points a game, but they've just verbally passed him along. There's always been a defender or 2 around it.
Bean steps forward, steps back, and light on the rim. Bean is 1 out of 8 from the field tonight.
He's home. He's excited to do this, and just hasn't gone his way so far.
Banyard, an open look, and it wouldn't go down for McIntosh. Another scramble for the loose ball. And it's out of bounds. SIU will get the ball back with 11:42 to go in the game. And we have come to a break inside 12 minutes to play here at Redbird Arena. Missouri Valley and our NBC Game of the Week. It's Illinois State up by 20. Under 12 to go in the game. Illinois State leads by 20 over SIU. Tonight's Eagle Bank Scholar Athlete of the game is Illinois State's Jared Hendren, number 19, a senior infielder from Leroy, Illinois. Hendren batted .281, 3 homers, 27 RBIs during the 2015 season. Hendren has a 3.68 grade point average in mathematics, named to the 2015 NBC Academic Honor Roll, and has earned AFNI Honor Roll recognition 3 times at Illinois State. The official bank of the Missouri Valley Conference, Eagle Bank, is a proud supporter of the NBC Student Athlete Program. Eagle Bank, where a student's financial future begins.
You know, rebounding is interesting. Southern was being out-rebounded fairly significantly early when Illinois State made the big run to get this big lead. Now they have the lead 29-24 on the glass, 11-6 offensive rebounds in favor of the Salukis.
Smith-Peters asking for help. Bean provides that. Rodriguez out on the perimeter as well. Inside for Ibi Jinde, and he took that extra step. He had the right idea, but that extra step cost him, and the ball goes back to Illinois State.
He did. He's a big dude in there. Tough to get him, you know, with one guy, but he shuffled the feet.
Played at the University of Illinois before going to Carbondale. 6'7", 260 pounds, a senior from Mali. Going down to 11 minutes left in the game. A game dominated by the Redbirds tonight. Banyard. He gets the baseline jumper. Give him 6.
John, they have so many interchangeable parts. You look, there's another 6'6" athlete that they can run at you that all buy in. They play hard defensively. I think Dan's doing a really good job with this team.
Up in the air, no iron at all for Smith-Peters. Banyard to Akun Purcell. Purcell giving it up for the wing shot that rims out for McIntosh. In 2016, the Valley will conduct its 40th men's basketball tournament. The NBC and Aetna are asking you to help determine the top moments in its history. Vote for the top moments from 2007 to 2015. Earn a chance to win a prize package for Arch Madness 2017. Visit archmadness.com/NBC Tourney Moments today. The Salukis have Armand Fletcher at the point. Fletcher inside. Olanian with the hook. A volley for the rebound, out of bounds.
Well, they got good depth to the offense against Southern Illinois. They got a good look and just couldn't do anything with it.
Rudy Stradniks, 6'9" freshman in the game, number 24 for SIU. 10 minutes to go in the game. 51-29. The Redbirds have the lead and the ball. Kuhn Purcell with the shot off the glass. That's his second field goal in the second half. He has 12 points overall tonight.
Early in this second half, Southern Illinois came down, had the ball down 16, and you think, well, if they bang a three, everyone's going to get nervous in here. You blink, they get it back to 21, and now it's going to be really, really tough to get this thing close.
And as the Salukis are trying to force something inside, they'll get the one shot, but that's it.
One and done.
They went out of bounds off Illinois State. Number 5, Leo Vincent, the junior from Pennsylvania. Inbounding, Bean trying to create, and he was fouled. He was fouled as he made his move toward the lane. And it's on Tony Wills. That's his first foul. Salukis play it in. And that goes to the backcourt to Bolo Olanyan. With 13 points, 12 rebounds the last time out in 25 minutes at Evansville on Saturday. Here's Vincent off the back iron. Akun Purcell. What effort. What desire. And he's fouled as he made his move toward the end line.
He knows that short of an NIT game, if they don't get in the NCAAs, this is his last game on this court. He's leaving it all out there. Sounds cliche, but he has played hard from start to finish.
Anthony Bean just got whistled for his 4th foul. And tonight, Bean has scored only 2 points. Boy, really more fouls than points in this game tonight. 13 for Devon Akun Purcell. He's taking advantage of his opportunities at the free throw line. The biggest lead of the game, 54-29. Illinois State. 14 for Akun Purcell. He has scored in double figures in 28 of his last 30 games. 28 out of the last 30. He had 7 against UNI and 2 points against UNI. The only 2 times out of that stretch he did not score in double figures. Here's Vincent. And a blocking foul called against Illinois State. And that is on Brewer, his 3rd foul. The 2016 St. Louis Cardinals season is just around the corner. 10 and 5 game packs. All-inclusive tickets are on sale right now. Get yours today at cardinals.com.
I won't say a word.
You just did.
Very good.
Bolo Olanyan. It's what you don't say, Cappy. I know what you're thinking. That's the problem. Jumper by Fletcher for 3. He has 8. So he has shot 30% from behind the arc this season. Under 8.5 to go in the game. He'll take it and score it.
Well, he was going to pass the ball to McLeod on the baseline. He does it. The defenders all leave with McLeod, leave him wide open. He went, oh, really? Okay, I'll take it.
Has 11, and inside, Stradnick scores. Tony Wills with his 2nd foul. 1 shot here coming up for Stradniks. But it's what Dan Muller was telling you at halftime. Passed up a lot of good perimeter opportunities. And that time, Hawkins thought, well, I'll take it.
You guys aren't going to guard me. I'll take that shot.
Stradniks with a 3-point play, and it's 58-35, Illinois State.
You know, other than the 6'11", 7-foot dominator inside, there really is no piece of the team that Illinois State doesn't have. Depth, athleticism, perimeter shooting, rebounding, they've got it all.
And Dan Muller told us today at the shoot-around, Cappy, that I have the deep 8-man team. That's a 3-ball.
He's the designated gunner, and he shows you why right there.
That's McLeod's first 3-ball. Oh, blocking foul called. Brewer was trying to gain position and picked up his 4th foul. But tonight, Deontay Hawkins has 1 3-point field goal. You just saw it. He has 11 points, helping Illinois State to a big advantage. Purina Dog Chow displays at participating Schnucks and Hy-Vee locations and get your Purina Dog Chow Family Fun Pack coupon. The Family Fun Pack will get you 4 tickets, 4 sodas, 2 popcorns for only $70. Get your Purina Dog Chow Family Fun Pack today. And join us at Arch Madness a week from tomorrow. 61-35 in favor of Illinois State. The Redbirds and their fans have had a great time here tonight. While it has been a struggle for Barry Henson's SIU Salukis. Fletcher, by the way, Armand is 3 for 3 from the field with 5 rebounds. In this half, SIU has turned the ball over 4 times after a flurry of first half turnovers.
Yeah, you're right, 4. They had 12 in the first half when they were completely out of sync. I feel like they've played better. Obviously, they're not going to win this basketball game 25 down, pending this free throw, but you feel like they're at least not turning it over and just seeing waves of Illinois State players running by them like we saw in the first half.
And here's Illinois State with a hefty 61-37 lead as it's getting late here in Normal. Akun Purcell. Lee at the three-point line. Oh, he traveled. Took a little slide step that cost him the turnover.
I would be curious if Barry Henson's going to let his team watch the tape of this game. Some coaches will literally take the tape in front of the team, drop it in the garbage, and go, that one's gone, let's move on. Others will make you sit there and watch it for 2 hours.
Do they have tape anymore?
Maybe it isn't tape anymore. I remember when I watched.
They'll just throw the computer out.
Exactly. Get a new laptop.
Get rid of the video file.
Whatever.
Delete. There's Polo Lanyon.
He traveled.
He took an extra step, got away with it. There's the layup for O'Brien. He has 12 tonight. He averages 12-3 a game. The one-hander goes down for Hawkins, give him 13. O'Brien is playing with some very sore knees, but it does not take away from his effort in practice, in a game, anytime he's on the floor. He loves to play, and he's been one of the exciting players to watch in the Valley during his career. Fletcher short this time. O'Lanion tips the ball over to Bean. Back out to Leo Vincent. O'Brien with the pass, low for the dunk by Armand Fletcher. 10 for Fletcher. And O'Brien, he's seeing the play, seeing the floor, hustling. Scored the last time down and gets an assist there. Akun Purcell, watched by Anthony Bean with 15 on the shot clock.
Hawkins wants the ball. He feels it.
Akun Purcell stepping up. 5 on the shot clock. And he'll take the shot. O'Brien. Now Vincent. No entry pass to O'Brien from Vincent. So Fletcher got it into the lane and out of bounds off Fletcher. That will go over to Illinois State.
It's been that kind of night for Southern. They just can't get the ball to drop.
Seemed to be a step short, a pass late. Deontay Hawkins with 13 points goes over to the bench. Quentin Brewer on senior night. Senior from Atlanta, Georgia, back in. Also Justin McLeod, a senior from North Dakota. Came here from Bismarck State College.
Just think you got McIntosh, Hawkins. These guys are sophomores. Ferris Lee back for another year. Illinois State's going to be a force next season.
Lee is 7 for 11, 21 points tonight. He has 2 rebounds and 4 assists to go along with his 21. Long cross-court pass. Nice catch there by Leo Vincent. And Fletcher coming in for the rebound. He was fouled by Quentin Brewer, and that's his 5th. Brewer fouls out with 4:44 to play. Brewer 0 for 1 from behind the arc. He had a rebound and 1 assist as he just fouled out.
Senior night, His career in this building, barring postseason play, is over.
Wills back in. And one more coming up for Armand Fletcher. Fletcher has come off the bench to score in double figures in 7 games with a high of 13 against Oakland in November. He has 12 tonight. They're going to need a scorer or two after Bean leaves the program down in Carbondale.
So if you're a recruit and you watch, you go, wow, when he leaves, I could slide in there and have an opportunity right away on a program on the rise, playing for a good coach in Barry Hinson and a 20-win team this year.
Mike Rodriguez will be back for another year. And inside, Lee is short with that one. And Stradnick's with the rebound for the Salukis. Rodriguez all the way in for the dish and the basket as O'Brien has 14. 8 of those in the second half. Under 4 to go, second half. Normal, Illinois. With David Kaplan, I'm John Rooney. The Missouri Valley Conference game of the week. Illinois State enjoys a 65-45 lead over SIU. Illinois State's going for the split in the season series. Akun Purcell all the way in for the scoop.
Wow, what a move.
16 for Devon Akun Purcell. Averaging 14 a game, 7th in the Missouri Valley in scoring. Of course, the scoring leader is DJ Ballantyne of Evansville. That ball goes out of bounds off Illinois State. And Devon Akun Purcell, he had 3 points in the first half. He has been busy at the free throw line and busy getting to the baseline. The Valley is making its way to St. Louis for the 26th edition of Arch Madness. That's a week from tomorrow. So start your planning right now at explorestlouis.com.
What a great view that is there with the beautiful weather. So nice.
And let's have some nice weather. A lot of snow pushed through the Midwest today, but let's hope for some nice weather a week from tomorrow. 2 games on Thursday night, 4 on Friday, the semifinals on Saturday, championship game a week from Sunday at Arch Madness in St. Louis at Scott Trade Center. There's a great pass by O'Brien, and Stradnick finishes. Stradnick has 5 off the bench.
Southern Illinois, give them credit. They're getting pummeled tonight. They never quit battling.
Well, this is a team, Cappy. These guys like each other. After shoot-arounds or after practice, many of the players stay on the court, do some extra shooting, working on free throws, various aspects of the game. They love to play.
It's the key. Got to be in love with the game.
McLeod from the outside, Akun Purcell off the glass and off the rim, avoiding a shot clock violation.
That's why when you go recruiting, I remember we'd look at big guys and wanted to know, do you play the game because you're big and you're growing up and they say, okay, you're tall, you're going to play basketball, or do you play because you truly are in love with the game? Because if you're not in love with the game, there get to be some dog days where you got to be up for practice and you got to play hard. Some guys just aren't cut out for it. The guys that are truly in love with basketball, those are the ones you want to coach.
Stradnick's with the foul, and 1-and-1 here for Nick Banyard. Banyard has 6 tonight. He's a 45% free throw shooter. Didn't look like it there. Banyard was the MVC Newcomer of the week of February 15th. 18 points, 4 rebounds at Evansville, 9 points and 5 rebounds against Bradley during that honor. He has 8 off the bench tonight. Rodriguez using up the dribble.
Yep, zone out of Illinois State. Playing out the final couple minutes.
The players flying by. Good catch by O'Brien. And here's O'Brien shooting, missing from the baseline. They worked and worked to try to get a good look. Number 12 is Tony Wills, a junior from Indianapolis. He started 22 games this year, 14 in a row. Stradniks. And he's fouled on the drive. Stradniks has come off the bench to score 5. Tonight's date in MVC history is brought to you by the 2016 State Farm MVC Men's Basketball Tournament. That's coming up at Scott Trade Center in St. Louis. February 24th, 1988. Matt Taphorn connected for 7 3-pointers on the way to a game-high 27 points. Illinois State routed Butler 87-62 at Horton Fieldhouse. The madness starts at the Arch, March 3rd through the 6th. As Arch Madness returns to St. Louis for a 26th straight year. For more information, visit archmadness.com. 6 for Stradniks. Stradniks. And Akun Purcell goes out to a big hand from the crowd here at Redbird Arena. Another one for Stradniks. He looks for his 7th point. I think he's earned a little extra playing time with his performance tonight. Number 31, Javaka Thompson is in. He was a walk-on last year. Coming down to 1 minute left in the game in Normal, Illinois. Wills out high, 6 on the shot clock. And the basket for Thompson.
Look at the bench up. They love it.
They do. Long 3 attempt, all glass. The miss by Rodriguez, and there is Wills. The Redbirds are going to go to 18 and 12, 12 and 5 in the Valley, and keep pace with second place Evansville. Evansville won last night over Bradley. 9 on the shot clock. Thompson feeds low for the dunk. 15 for Hawkins.
And if you're Southern Illinois, this leaves a bad taste in your mouth, and you think, okay, enjoy your moment. We'll see you in March.
And the one-hander won't go for Rodriguez. He's fouled with 4.4 seconds to go by Thompson. Dan Fuller's over there. He's grinning, but no, with 4.4 to go.
Somebody just tweeted at me and said, is Illinois State the best team in the Valley right now? You can't call them the best because Wichita State won the league. They're the best team. But certainly if you take a team photo of the teams that you say, who could surprise in March? The Illinois State Redbirds are in that team photo. They have athleticism, talent. That team can definitely be somebody's nightmare come March.
Rodriguez goes 1 for 2 from the line, and 4.4 to go. Illinois State dribbles out the clock, and the Redbirds win handily 73-50, earning a split in the season series with the SIU Salukis here in the Missouri Valley Conference. And we'll take a break and come back and wrap it up from Doug Collins Court at Redbird Arena in Normal, Illinois after these important messages.
10:30 Wednesday on ESPN.
3-50 win over the Salukis from SIU. Our players of the game are a presentation of Aetna. Aetna invests in game-changing programs that make being healthy simpler and more convenient than ever. Get to know us at Aetna.com. And Bolo Lanyon played hard all night. Didn't have a double-double. His streak at 3 is broken, but he had 12 rebounds. And Paris Lee put on quite a show tonight.
He got 21 points. I know it's a career high, but I thought the best thing he did is he runs the show. That kid is a really good player.
David Kaplan, I enjoyed working with you tonight.
It's always an honor to be with you, my friend.
And ISU's win. It's the first time they've defeated every other Valley team since Dan Muller's freshman season, 94-95. The final tonight, it's 73-50 Illinois State. The Missouri Valley Conference game of the week will pick things up from Arch Madness coming up a week from tomorrow at 6 p.m. Now for David Kaplan and our entire MVC TV crew, I'm John Rooney. Good night from Normal, Illinois.